Well, Charlotte, thank you very much for coming to the Grassroots Football Show this year. I know it's your first time to the show and we're delighted to have you here. What are your first impressions?
It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed myself. Everyone's been having fun and learning at the same time, which I think is what it's all about. Definitely want to come back next year, and I encourage everyone to come down next year as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for that. There are obviously lots of families here this year. So, and you've already told me about one session you just seen with a very talented sort of 10-year-old. So, isn't the standard impressive?
Oh, it's so impressive. I was in the main arena, and it was all about the Curver coaching method that Scott Wright was teaching everyone. And little Louis came up, a 10-year-old who had taught himself from the Curver coaching method DVDs from the age of 3, and his skills were so impressive. He was putting everyone to shame, but it's just showing you that it was repetition, concentration, and just sort of doing it every day is what has made him like he is now. And I think he's signed to Newcastle at the moment, but he's going to be a little star. He's been brilliant, and everyone was like in awe of him. It was like, God, how is he so good? But I think even the older kids seeing this 10-year-old doing that were motivated, thinking, oh, he's brilliant, he can do that. And I think it encourages them to take up and pick up on this Curver coaching method, which I think is really, really good for all the sort of skills, footwork and everything, sort of like you see Lionel Messi, or you're sort of in awe of him and how he seems to have magnets on his feet with the ball. He just never leaves his feet. That's kind of the same idea.
If you hang and walk around the show, I think we've got potentially a couple of Lionel Messis ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah, like I said, Louis is one of them, yeah, but there's so many children here that I'm so surprised at the standard that they are already, and then this whole event's helping them sort of develop that and keep enjoying themselves. I think it's important for the children to still enjoy all the training, because you can get to a certain age, you don't want it to be like a chore, you want it still to be enjoyable. And Tosh Farrell's just been teaching that in the main arena to keep it entertaining, to keep it enjoyable, so you keep going to your training sessions basically.
I mean, I know you're involved in sport obviously every day, and I know that lots of the coaches that are here at the show obviously pass through the Sky Sports studios on a very regular basis. Now, what's impressed us is their passion for the grassroots game. It's not just about what they do every day professionally, is it? You know, they love the grassroots game still.
Definitely, and I think everyone knows that it all starts at the grassroots level. If you want to develop, if you want our whole country to get better at a senior level, it all starts at grassroots. So that's why.
And so when you're walking around the show, and obviously you're looking at the stalls, and you're getting stopped and mobbed by everybody asking for autographs and photos, which you've been very kindly been doing. Obviously, there's lots of parents here as well. It's great to see so many parents, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think you've got to have the parent support as well. Any kind of sport, you've got to have the parents behind you and sort of backing you. And I think I did a talk with Robbie about being a father and a footballer, and I think you've got to have that unit and you've got to have the support around you. So and it's fantastic. I think the parents are enjoying themselves anyway. You've got all the mums enjoying it, they're having a nice coffee as well. You've got the dads there that are sort of having a go at all the different stores. You've got Dion Dublin's Juve drum. He's been playing. Everyone's been entertained. So everyone's like having good fun. It is a real family day out.
Yeah, I mean, you get that sense, don't you? There's a real excitement and a buzz, and the fact that all the celebrities that are here are prepared to just walk around the floor and stop and chat to people. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so I know this is your first time at the show, but and you've come along this year, and we're very delighted that you are here.
For that.
Are you going to be back next year?
Yeah, I'd love to be back, definitely. I mean, as I said, it's been a really good day. Enjoyed it, learned a lot, and I think everyone here is learning, as I said, about having a good day as well.